Good morning. Welcome to Pragati. Myself, Majid Husain. I am taking care of geography in this Pragati Institute of Coaching and Guidance. And only one teacher is teaching. He teaches both the papers and cover all the 20 units. There are some rumors about Majid Husain in the market. Because this market, it is a big business. Some of the friends are saying that Majid takes only 1 or 2 classes. Rest of the classes are taken by the assistants or juniors. This is baseless. I am the only teacher. Please come and sit. Some of them are saying that he is only an author. He writes books. He is not a teacher. This is also false. My teaching experience. Could you guess what is my teaching experience? Experience of geography teaching. Just apply your guess, tir tukka, and guess how many years of experience of geography teaching I am having. Now you work out. I became a lecturer after doing PhD. MA, LLB and PhD. I started as a lecturer in a university in 1962. Work out. This is 55 years. This is my experience of teaching. And so far as the confidential work and other things are concerned, of course, I occupied some very responsible positions which I don't want to share with you. So some of the people are saying that he is an author. He is not a teacher. That is also baseless. There is a rivalry in the market. Everybody wants to show that other is inferior. He will judge who is good and who is best. Thirdly, some of them are saying that he stays most of the time in USA with his son. Of course, I go to USA when there is a break. When I finish my course, I go to meet my grandchildren, my son, my daughter-in-law. That is a fact. Some of them say, and I know the coaching center also, that Majid Husain is one of my products. Leave it. One of the coaching center in the workshop declared a few years back that Majid Husain is one of our students. The teacher is 35 years younger to me. He was claiming that Majid Husain is his teacher. And the best friend declared that Majid Husain is no more. These are the things I am getting. But I assure you, you came to Pragati, that myself is original Majid Husain, not Naqli. Asli and Naqli, there are 2 types. So I am the only person who will be taking care of your geography, and I will be teaching you 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday. Monday to Saturday is actually teaching hour. The class will begin at 8. And 8 means 8. This is not a political time. This is an academician's time. 8 means 8. It may be raining, it may be windy, it may be good weather, bad weather, any type of weather. The teacher will be available at 8. Because I come at 7:30. And it will continue for about 2.5 hours. This is the duration, 10:30. You will be free. You can join your another class if you are registered somewhere for your GS or any other course. I will be taking care only of geography, and that will be about 4.5 months. This is it. Second point which I commit with you, that I cover each and every topic. This is of living even the smallest. You never know what the paper setter may ask. Sometimes the paper setter asks questions which are out of syllabus also. especially in the case of short notes. They apply their, they are not justified, but they say we can defend why we put this short note of 10 marks in the compulsory question. So while teaching, not only the given syllabus is to be covered, we have to cover many side issues also, so that you are not in the darkness. You are confident to attempt any question. This is just the introduction of the teacher. I don't want to say so many things. It is very bad manner to talk about himself. I will be talking with you throughout every day. 6 days a week, 2.5 hours normally will be the duration of the class. My first request to you is, please make it or discipline yourself to report here at 8. Because the teacher will start at 8. If you are late, you will be losing something. If the introduction is missed, you may be facing some problem in understanding the topic. This is one thing. So be punctual. Secondly, many of you are registered here, but there are some students who are in doubt whether to get registered in Pragati or somewhere else. The choice is yours. We are not very good market managers. Our propaganda is minimum. But wherever you go, you must inquire what is the academic background of the teacher who will be teaching you. Whether he is a professional in geography who obtained his master's and PhD in geography, or he is a failure of 4 times. Because in this market, there are many teachers who appeared in the IAS examination and appeared in the PCS also, completed the cycle of 4 years under general category and failed 4 times. They were not having any opening because the B.Ed was not with them. Without B.Ed, a person cannot become a teacher in a higher secondary. Even in a primary school, the teacher should be a trained teacher. They were not having PhD or NET. That is a disqualification. No chance of finding a job in a degree college. In degree college, there are other factors also which matters for getting an appointment. So since the road was closed, no chance of entering into teaching, they started making some notes to sustain themselves in Delhi. Some of them joined the teaching classes also, and after having 1 or 2 years of experience of teaching, they launched their own coaching center with a board, with a hoarding, pass nahi to paise nahi. This is actually the hoarding they are putting on. In this examination, nobody can guarantee that you will be a successful. It depends on so many things, and I will be coming to that point. So there are 2 types of teacher in Delhi. I know only Delhi. Maybe in Allahabad, in Lucknow, and in Patna, and Jaipur, Bhopal, Chandigarh also. Guru, who have the academic background of their respective subject. Historian, MA in history, PhD in history, teaching history. Economics, a person who got the degree of MA in economics and then he started his career with PhD, etc. A person of geography who did his MA in geography and then after getting some more publication and research, he started as a career of geography teacher. This category I put as the guru, and you know the meaning of guru. The second category who failed 4 times, I call them as Guru Ghantal. They promise so many things and never deliver. This is actually the difference between you. If you want to join any coaching center, the choice is yours. But be careful, try to inquire the academic background of the teacher concerned. Whether he failed or he is not knowing why he failed. I know some teachers are MA in Hindi and teaching geography. MA in history, teaching geography. MA in botany, teaching geography. All type of teachers are available. But there are MA in geography also who are teaching geography here. So first you try to inquire what is the academic background. This is the first thing which I advise as a senior person. Secondly, IAS is one year effort. If you are serious and really committed और आपको जिद है कि मुझको IAS बनना है, it takes 1 year. And if you are in the wrong hands, it may take several years. And finally, the person may be in some mental hospital. This is also a true story. So, this decision of yours is very important. Commit to yourself, I want to become IAS. Class 1 service, either IAS, IPS, or IFS, or worst come worst, let me be in the allied services, B class services. That is also equally good. So this should be a commitment to yourself. You should not be in Delhi just to pass your time, just to develop some friendship, just to take the challenge easily. You have to resolve yourself, I want to become IAS. This is my target. Then devote about 4 to 5 hours a day, apart from attending the classes. 4 to 5 hours are required. Don't read much. Too much reading is dangerous for IAS examination. My formula or sutra are slightly different. Never do 10 hours, 12 hours study in the night time. That is not a study at all. How to study, I will be teaching. I will be telling you after today. So secondly, never over stress yourself. Your computer should not be disturbed. If the computer is disturbed, तो ये पिघल जाएगा, and then you will be good for nothing. Feel relaxed. This is not a tough examination. It needs a level of commitment plus diligent, regular work. Regular work means Sunday should be free for you. 6 days a week. Do work 6 days. 7th day for your social interaction, for your personal care. There are many other things also which you have to do. Sunday should be off. Feel completely cut off from the books. This is the second advice. This competition is not easy, I am telling. It is only 1 year's course. Because when the applications are submitted in the UPSC, Dholpur House, for the prelim examination, normally it is 1 million. 10 lakh application आती है for the prelim test. Out of these 1 million or 10 lakhs, near about 6 lakhs appear in the PT examination. I mean 4 lakhs they surrender. They give up. Perhaps either they are not mentally prepared to appear in the PT, or they take it very difficult. They feel shy, nervous, give up. Without going even for the fact finding of the PT examination, they drop. We call them 60% appeared in the PT, 40% are the dropout. Out of these 6 lakhs, the UPSC pick up around 15,000 for the mains examination. 6 lakhs and 15,000, you can work out the ratio. 15,000 is not a large number. 15,000, these students are under different categories: general category, OBC, SC, ST. So you can imagine the level of competition is a tough competition. Then these candidates will appear in the compulsory essay, languages +4, general studies paper, and 1 optional subject. Some of you are thinking that geography will be your optional. So optional carries only 500 marks. 1000 marks for your GS, 250 into 4. There are 4 papers into 250, 1000. Essay is also compulsory. On the basis of all these, your rank is determined by the UPSC. When you clear the PT, normally if your score is about 54 correct answer, 55 correct answer, you are through. But more safe is 60. If your 60 answers are correct in the PT, you will be in the list of 15,000. These 15,000 will go for the mains examination and give the details, and then the UPSC will pick up only about 3,000 out of 15,000. Sometimes it is less than 3,000, but make it round figure. About 3,000 candidates will be invited for the personality test. You call that as interview. Interview is not the interview of your knowledge. That is your personality. Whether you have the officers like qualities, OLQs, that is actually a test. Whether you deserve to be IS or administrator, or you are not fit for that job. They eliminate. Out of those 3,000, only 1,100 around, plus minus, will be in the final list with different ranks. So you can say, if you go by number, it is a very tough competition. And credit goes to you. You are trying to achieve this goal. I appreciate everybody cannot think of. But if you are sincere, as I am telling, you can achieve this goal in 1 year. Provided you do as the teachers want to do, or teacher wants you to do. Because normally, any student who is getting the first rank, the percentage is only 52 to 54%. This is not a very high percentage. Normally in BA honors, BSc honors, BCom honors, average students are getting more than 60%. Here, I remember once, 3 years back, a girl topped, the score was 52%. Now, at present also it is less than 55%. And most of the students of geography who are with me, they are securing a percentage of 55 to 65%. My students are getting marks in the range of 55 to 65%. So this subject, if it is done in Pargati, is not a bad optional subject. The important thing is, you have to follow the guidance given by the teacher. The competition is tough because securing 52% is also a problem. Under general category, if we are securing about 46% aggregate under general category, you will be in A class service. IAS, IPS. 46%. In university, securing less than 60% is an insult of a teacher. Oh, you got less than 60%. The criterion of evaluation is different in the university. I remember when we do the evaluation, I also did evaluation of many of the universities. Normally, the teachers are liberal. And teachers are liberal because they never teach. There are only few universities where teaching is going on. Before I proceed, please, may I know one thing. How many of you are with geography background? You are with geography. There are 3, 4. Welcome. Good. And how many of you are with Hindi medium? All of you are with English medium. A big satisfaction. Now you see, when we do the evaluation of BA or MA geography, the normal practice is we want to evaluate a minimum 100 answer books a day. 100 answer books a day means multiply by 10 or 15. This will be the amount a examiner will be getting. If I evaluate 100 answer books of BA honors, मेरी दिहाड़ी कितनी होगी? 1,000 rupees. We expect I should earn at least 1,000 की दिहाड़ी तो हो जानी चाहिए. So I will never read, because after reading it is impossible. If I go by reading, at the most 20-25 answer books can be checked in one day. What will be the reaction of the wife? Throughout you are busy reading, or earn क्या किया? 250 रुपए. So this is not very rewarding. That's why we give marks and give anybody deserving 50%, we give 60%. Anybody deserving 60%, we give 70%. Anybody deserving 70, we give 75 or 80 or 90 in this range. क्यों मेरे बाप का क्या जाता है? Let him be in the market. If he is worth, he will create his position. In case he is not worth, he will be thrown out of the market. But at least I will be getting 1500 rupees or 1000 rupees a day. This is the way. And per chance in our country, there are two types of examiners. Good examiners and bad examiners. Good examiners give more than 60%. Bad examiners give less than 60%. If I give more than 60%, all the students will be happy. They will feel I was expecting 55%, I got 65%. So the examiner was a good one. The students are happy. And secondly, the paper will be coming next year also. They know he is a liberal examiner. I did not teach the course, so let me ask a person who is liberal in attitude, let me send the paper to him for setting and evaluation. So double advantage. Students are happy, the teacher is also happy. But when you go for the UPSC examination, the pattern is totally different. In UPSC, I am telling from my own experience, in one day, the examiner is supposed to evaluate 10 answer books a day. It is mandatory. 6 answer books in the morning session, 3 hours before lunch. 4 answer books after lunch, because they are exhausted, tired and drowsy because they have taken very, very good lunch in the Dholpur house. 10 answer books in a day, and gossips are not allowed. Because you can talk only at the time when there is a tea break or coffee break. The secretary is sitting when the secretary is sitting, where is the scope to talk about football or cricket or Tendulkar or Dhoni, etc.? There is hardly any time. At the most, you can talk for a few minutes. So you have to be sincere in the work. Because the secretary is sitting and you have to read each and every line. Not only each and every line, the examiners check your spellings also. See what is the difference. That's why securing good marks is a problem. This is the reason, because if a person is non-serious in the panel, and let me share with you, most of your examiners are more than 55 years of age. They are senior, they are generally professors. Readers are generally not in the panel. So, the senior professor, they do the evaluation, they read each and every line, not on each and every line, they read your spellings also. If it is the level of evaluation, naturally. Secondly, for the last few years, the UPSC was very upset. I am telling you that most of the students of geography are getting very good marks. If you see the first 20 ranks, 13, 14 used to be the ranks of geography students. I am talking when 2 maps were compulsory, world map and the map of India. They were doing very well. The UPSC was upset. They made some modification in the syllabus, dropped the world map, reduced the weightage of the map of India and added some more topics. The syllabus was made more heavy in 2008. And the teachers, examiners were advised to be a bit more strict. Because it became a very popular subject, everybody was opting for it, and there was a shortage of the examiners. Who should check your answer books? Geography professors. Geography paper will be checked by geography professors. There was a crisis. Per chance in Delhi, no professor wants to stay more than 5 days. Delhi, because of this very fast life, very polluted life, or maybe other reasons, personal reasons of the professors, they want to go out of Delhi at the first opportunity. 5 days is enough. Nobody wants to stay here for 2 weeks, means 15 days. So there was a shortage of examiners also. UPSC adopted a policy, let us change the syllabus and do the marking tough. That's why securing 250 marks was also a problem. I remember in 2013-14, 250 was also a problem. Best student was getting only 250, 238, 235, etc. or 245. But last year, many of the students crossed 60%. The upper score in geography was 65%. So if somebody is getting 60%, 65%, it is a good optional subject. Again, the normalcy has been prevailed. The number was cut. Number of students was cut. Now, about 3,000, 3,500 are going for geography optional. As per to my information, I may be wrong, but I have enough interaction with friends, and through those, I get some information about all these things. Another point which the Secretary of the UPSC always remind is, please read the answer book. And read carefully, because the difference of only 1 mark may put an inferior candidate above the cut line or below the cut line. So every professor tries to do justice with you people. And let me add, the relatives of the examiners are never in their answer books are not there, because they know the background. They invite the people whose children are well settled in life. My colleagues' children are well settled. They are senior people. Their children are not appearing in the examination. And moreover, there is an affidavit also. They request the professor to declare, if any one of your relatives is appearing, forget about the son and daughter, even the distant relatives, they have to declare. And professors are generally honest. Buddhijeevi hai, they don't want to invite any trouble. They give the factual information. Because nobody in this age means after 65, around after 55 years of age, nobody wants to go to Tihad jail. Tihad is not appreciated by the professors. Why should I take trouble? They never reveal the secret of the UPSC to the wife also. They do the confidential work confidentially, because there is every possibility of being sent to a prison. Nobody wants to take this risk. This is the background why students get less marks. But now the situation is very normal. Students are getting good marks. Now the competition is tough, but those who are getting this percentage, they are also out of you. That is a point of confidence. If they can secure 54% or 50 or more than 50, and 50 means IES definitely. If they can secure 50%, why not I? I can also do it, provided the guidance is proper. Your study is methodical. Provided you write the answer of geography as a geography answer. These things are required, and these things can be guided only by a person who has the background of the respective subject. There is no need to appreciate myself, but I know a history model answer can be given by a professor of history. A geography professor will guide you how to attempt this question. It is not possible for any economist to guide to a student of geography how to attempt the question. So the competition is tough, and tough to the extent that एक आग का दरिया है और डूब के जाना है. This competition एक आग का दरिया है, उसको एक आग का दरिया है, उसको ऊपर चल के नहीं जाना, अंदर से जाना है कुंदन बनने के लिए. So the competition is tough, but it can become easy, provided you select the right optional subject. In the optional subject in which you take interest. Don't think that you are listening Majid Husain. The choice should be your choice. If you are opting a subject in which you are not interested, you are wasting your time. आपका दिल लगेगा नहीं, दिल लगता नहीं, किताब खुली हुई है, तो क्या उसमें आनंद आएगा नहीं. Do that work in which you enjoy. If you enjoy geography, come for geography. If you don't enjoy geography, please don't come for geography, because you will be wasting one very valuable year of your life. Plus the funds from your parents. And I know most of the students who are going for the UPSC examination, they are from middle class. The parents provide them funds. They are not the sons of leaders. They are not the sons of Dhanna Seths, because they are already so up in the society. Their children want to become either leader or they are not fit for this examination. They are vagabonds. They never serious in their life. They find that to be a leader is more rewarding. The children of the leaders become children. And there are many people who are from the middle class. Most of the students who are getting selected, they are from the middle class. Because they know we can achieve a lot through this competition. The moment you are selected, even if you are selected as a class B service candidate in allied services, your status goes up. Status not only in your family, in the eyes of your parents, your relatives. They feel, oh, he is my relative. In your locality, in your district, in your school where you got your education from, plus the whole region is influenced. The social status of the family goes up. The person may be from the lower middle class, maybe even from the lower income group, the status of the family goes up. The family is recognized by the people. फला का बेटा IAS हो गया, फला की बेटी IAS हो गई. It brings a lot of fame to the family. And if you become IAS or IPS or even allied income tax, custom or any service, then at least 5 or 6 generations of yours are safe in this country. You will be retiring after 35 years of service. Your linkages will be very strong. And when your son, your daughter, your grandchildren will be introducing, I am the grandson or granddaughter of so and so, you will get the advantage. People know. The juniors know the rank of the senior. So this is a very safe. If the children are normal, they will be getting the benefit of this selected candidate very well. I remember one boy. Anybody from Jammu in this class? There's nobody. There was one student of mine, Simrandeep Singh, who was selected in 2008 batch. He was from a very ordinary family. Sikh Sardar, but very good student. After taking his one test in the class, I asked him to meet me after the class. He came and he was nervous. Well, sir, what is the problem? You are going to become IAS this year. It was just like our first meeting. He was surprised that sir is saying like this. You will be among the first 20. Not only you will be selected, I declared you will be among the first 20 in the IAS. Continuously he was doing work, but his geography was super. I was knowing what type of answer he is writing and what type of answers are appreciated by the geography examiners. So he took it lightly. After the completion of the course, he went back. His center was Jammu. He appeared in the geography. This is the year when the Africa map was asked. If you see the papers of last few years, in the world map was not asked. The map of Africa was asked, 10 entries to be located in the outline map of Africa, and that boy did all the 10 entries correct. And in the entries, the second paper, map of India, all the 10 entries were correct. So I was very confident he will be securing a high rank. After doing this paper, he reported and conveyed to me, well sir, my both papers were very good and I am expecting the expected score. And the expected score, I said him, you will be getting 275. This was my guess. You will be getting to 375 out of 600. Then the second paper, after the second paper, again he ranked me. Sir, my second optional was very bad. I will not be through. and I have a plan to start for the next year. The boy was so nervous. In the second optional, 3 questions of 60 marks each were repeated, and he ignored those questions. So he was nervous and contacted me, sir, I am going to prepare for the next year examination because my second optional is worst. I said, don't worry, you will be among the first 40. Your second optional is okay, you did bad, but you will be invited for the personality test, and finally you will be among the first 40. See the confidence of the teacher. After a few days or after a few months, the list of the candidates was declared who were invited to face the interview in Dhawalpur House. He rang me back, sir, my name appeared in the interview, you are correct. He faced the interview, and again, coming out of Dhawalpur House, he rang me again. He was very nervous. Sir, there is no chance of mine being selected. I said, why? He said, everybody asked me that you were picked up for the defense services, and you had been to Khadakwasla for 1 month. Why did you leave this training period? All the 5 experts, they asked me the same question, and I was not able to defend. I was nervous, and once in the interview you become nervous, the recovery time is not much. So he was almost crying. When I come to my place, I stay in Delhi. I invited, because he was very close to me, you come and stay with me. He said, no, I have to go back because my reservation is for Jammu by the train. So he left. But I said him, well, Simrandeep, you will be IAS and you will be among the first 50 after that interview. Within 10 days, the result was declared. And believe it or not, his rank was 51. When he saw himself, in the very first attempt, he got the 51st rank. Within 2-3 days, the parents came to my residence, and they asked me only one question. मेरे लिए मिठाई विठाई लेके आया, गुरु दक्षिणा को कह लीजिए. मैंने कहा, our Guru Dakshina is actually the result of your son. So he said, how did you guess that will be IAS in the very first attempt? I said, I have enough experience of evaluation work, of setting the question paper, and there are many other things also which I don't want to share with you. So I was knowing the quality of this boy, and I put that he will be getting 375, but actually he got 390 out of 600. This is the way of how we evaluate this. Enough experience of doing all these things. Now what happened to this family? I was saying, the status of a ordinary family goes up. Within a week there was a visit of Farooq Abdullah, his son Umar Abdullah. One by one they came to the house. That house became as a very important house. Everybody, they were the CM, Umar Abdullah was the chief minister at that time. So every care was taken. The family, his photo appeared several days in the local newspapers, and he was the only candidate from the J&K who was IAS. So this is the way, actually, if you devote only 1 year, you can achieve your target. This examination is not difficult because you know the syllabus. The syllabus you know, and if you prepare each topic. Now generally in a geography paper, they are setting 28 questions, and you have to attempt minimum 18 questions. Out of these 28, 18 questions are to be attempted. 5 questions short note. First question is compulsory, 5 short note. Question number 5 is also compulsory, 5 short note. These are the 10 compulsory short notes. Then you have to pick up 3 questions more. Each question is having 3 parts. 3 into 3 is equal to 9. 10 plus 9 is 19. 18 or 19 questions are to be attempted. If you actually prepare the whole syllabus, and you know something about each and every topic, you will be able to get it through very easily. But if you are doing research on one topic, there is a guarantee you will fail. If you are doing only plate tectonics, do it, because bulky books are written. If you are doing, there are some geography students also, continental drift theory, there is a 300-page book on continental drift by Wagner, read it. But you have to write a continental drift in the given time. It was asked in the GS paper, continental drift, only 5 marks. 5 marks question is to be attempted in 3 minutes. So if you have too much knowledge, that may become dangerous. In the examination, in 180 minutes, if we are going to attempt 18 or 19 questions, rationalize the time. Only 10 minutes per question is the average time. There may be some questions, short note. A short note must be completed in about 7 minutes. There are some questions of 15 marks. 15 marks question must be completed in about 12 minutes. And the biggest question is 20 marks. The biggest question should be finished in 17, 18 minutes. This is the distribution of time which you have to manage. We actually, the examiner does not need too lengthy answers or Jakhu Parvat. He needs Sanjeevani Bhuti. You have to give the main points with relevant diagrams, which I will be teaching. If this is the question, what is to be written, how it is to be attempted, that is very important, because we never claim that we teach the art of writing in geography. But the reality is, we teach in a way which are the model answers for the examination. This is one thing. So the role of teacher is very important. Your effort, not too much effort. You have to be disciplined. 4 or 5 hours a day is enough for this. Now, apart from this, your physical health is also very important. For 1 year, I am saying you will achieve the target in 1 year, provided you follow the guidance or instructions given by the teacher and you maintain your good health. Health is also essential, because your mental health depends on your physical health. If you are suffering from some disease, your efficiency will go down. You will be under stress. So you have to take care of your health also. Do some light exercise. The light exercise may be in the form of morning walk or evening walk. Morning walk आप करते नहीं, चूंकि उठते नहीं, देर से उठते हैं, सूरज को उदय होते देखा नहीं. So do at least evening walk, 15-20 minutes. Or if you are not fond of going in the open air, because the air of Delhi is highly polluted, people are saying it is gas chamber, then play some indoor games. If the facility of indoor games is not available, do some light exercise, yoga, deep breathing, that is we can do in our room also. This is also very important. Your health should cooperate with your disciplined study for about a year, and I am sure you will achieve that. The role of teacher is important, because the teacher will guide you how to attempt the paper, how to finish the paper in the given time, how to reduce the lengthy answer in a short answer form. क्योंकि गुरु को हमारे यहाँ सभी हमेशा अच्छा रैंक मिला है, हालांकि आज के गुरु को कोई रेस्पेक्ट वगैरह मिलती नहीं. टीचर को फटीचर ही समझते हैं. टीचर है, फटीचर है. कभी कभी मैट्रिमोनियल देखा आपने टीचर के लिए? कोई लड़की मैट्रिमोनियल से पूरे कॉलम पढ़ लीजिए, कहीं आपको टीचर की डिमांड नहीं मिलेगी. क्योंकि हमने खुद को भी नीचा किया है, और टीचर के साथ लाइफ इंजॉयबल भी नहीं होती. ये भी है, आज का जो मॉडर्न जनरेशन है उसकी रिक्वायरमेंट कुछ और है. सो द टीचर, बट इवन देन टीचर इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि एक पत्थर की भी तकदीर बदल सकती है. एक पत्थर की भी तकदीर बदल सकती है। जो पन्ना से ओर निकालते हैं उसे डायमंड में कौन ढालता है? उसका हीरा कौन बनाता है? वो तराशने वाले बनाते हैं, जिस आर्ट को जानते हैं, उस स्किल को जानते हैं। एक पत्थर की भी तकदीर बदल सकती है, शर्त यह है कि सलीके से तराशा जाए। अगर टीचर सही है तो आपको वो ढाल देगा, आपको कुंदन बना देगा, आपको हीरा बना देगा और वही एक्सेल करेगा। ऑल ऑफ यू आर ग्रेजुएट, यू आर मैच्योर। डोंट बी गाइडेड बाय योर पीस एंड फ्रेंड्स। दे विल से दिस सब्जेक्ट इज इजी, दैट सब्जेक्ट इज डिफिकल्ट, गो फॉर दिस। भाई आप 4 साल फेल क्यों हो? अगर वो सब्जेक्ट इजी था तो कोई प्रॉब्लम तो रही होगी। सो टेक योर ओन डिसीजन। आई एम नॉट सेइंग गो फॉर ज्योग्राफी। जिस सब्जेक्ट में आपका दिल लगे वो लीजिए आप, क्योंकि आपका टाइम बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। आपका समय, आपका पैसा, आपके घर वाले, आपकी आशाएं, उनकी जो आपसे बंधी हुई है वो ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है। इफ यू कीप ऑल दीज पॉइंट्स इन माइंड, आई एम श्योर 1 year विल बी सफिशिएंट टू कंप्लीट or to cross all the 3 hurdles of PT mains and the interview. This is it. Now the secondly, this while doing yourself or preparing yourself for this competition, take a precaution. Don't take it otherwise. Try to keep yourself slightly away from the friendship. If your program is 1 year program, friendship to a limited extent, man is a social animal, he wants to stay in the society, he has to interact with the social, but be more focused on your target. The target is to become IS, IPS. Friendship is secondary. Be friendly with all the people, but never forget your target. You are here to become IS, not to find a life partner, because the life partner of the coaching period may not be a life partner. The day when you are a friend with somebody, she completes the examination and you fail, what will happen? It means आपके बुरे दिन आ गए। Your friend will go to Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy, Mussoorie. There the atmosphere is very romantic, better than Delhi. A new friendship will develop. One IS would like to have a friendship with IS, not for a candidate who failed. कौन होता है बुरे वक्त की हालत का शरीक? बुरी हालत में है जो फेल होता है। कौन होता है बुरे वक्त की हालत का शरीक? मरते दम आंख को देखा है कि फिर जाती है, कोई साथ नहीं देता, फिर उसको कोई इज रिजेक्टेड इज नॉट अप्रिशिएटेड। सो ए न्यू इक्वेशन विल डेवलप इन लाल बहादुर शास्त्री एकेडमी, बी केयरफुल। सो फॉर 1 year at least, so long as you are going to join geography, this friendship should be secondary. Our priority is to become IS, IPS. That should be our motto. आप इमोशनल होते हैं, ये एज ऐसी ही होती है, लेकिन ये डिसीजन बहुत जिम्मेदारी का होता है, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ जन्म जन्म का साथ है। लाइफ मिजरेबल हो जाती है अगर आपने उल्टा डिसीजन ले लिया। IS तो बनेंगे नहीं, आगे भी क्या क्या झेलना पड़ेगा वो मैं कुछ नहीं कह सकता। नाउ एक्चुअली द टीचिंग will begin from physical geography on Tuesday. There is a slight adjustment in the timetable. The regular class will be at 8 a.m. from Tuesday. There was some communication gap between the teacher and the director of the coaching center. Perhaps he declared that Monday will be the start. He forgot that we decided, both of us, that Tuesday will be the first class or first period, that will be on physical geography. I will be teaching physical geography from Tuesday. So do this small adjustment. Secondly, there will be many doubts in your mind. And one of the doubts which is common to most of you is you are not having a geography background. you are not having a geography background, whether it will be suitable to opt for geography or to pick up geography as the optional subject. The decision is yours. But I can advise that geography is not a bad optional. It pays you in the mains, it pays you in the compulsory papers also. In the paper second, I think, that is history and culture and geography, 125 marks are solid from geography. 125 marks from history and culture, 125 from geography. If you go to the third paper, that contains, if I am correct, economics, science and technology, ecology and environment, disaster management, this portion, almost 70-80 marks are also from that area. Ecology, environment and disaster management. We teach all these topics in geography also. And I am telling you, if there are two students, one with a history background, another with a geography background, the geography background student will be doing better these topics. And history you can master by going through the books, but some conceptual clarity may not be if there are some questions on the earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, tsunamis. There are different types of disaster, landslides. Your answer will be definitely a superior answer and you will beat the others. So it helps you in the compulsory subjects. Not only this, if you do the analysis of the PT examination, in which 100 questions are asked, in that there is enough weightage to geography and ecology and environment. This helps you in the PT examination also. If you are doing, actually some questions are coming on the rivers and their tributaries. Nobody asks a question on the Ganga, Indus or Brahmaputra or Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Narmada, Tapi river. The question in the PT examination is on the tributaries of these rivers. And that exercise we do thoroughly in our optional preparation, because map is a compulsory exercise every day in the morning. I will be telling you how I will be proceeding to train you, the non-geography students, in geography. And you will be trained not only as a student of geography, but you should be at par to the toppers of geography, toppers of BA honors and toppers of MA geography. Your level should be that one, because there are already some students who are sitting here with master's degree in geography. So this you will learn only by attending the class. Now you will be asking the question, but before that, listen a few points more. Number one, never purchase too many books. Bulky books are not appreciated. But go for the NCERT set. The NCERT is a good set, will provide you some basic information. The funda may be cleared by going through the NCERT book. And these NCERT books are not only for the non-geography students, that I advise to the MA geography also. Please study at least 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th geography books, the full set. That will give you more confidence. I know all the three students who are sitting here with master's degree in geography, they are, I think, first divisioners. May I know your percentage? Pardon? 80%? 50%? Which university you got to 50%? In JNU, 50%. You are MA from JNU. Actually, their syllabus is slightly different type, and the teaching and orientation of presentation of research paper, etc. is two more. But 50 is not very attractive percentage. I say, don't worry, 50% is not a bad percentage. Now, who is the next student who got geography? Yes, what is your percentage? You are BA third year for, in which university? Ara, Bihar. And in the first year, second year, you got 70%?
62%.
First division it means. Because getting first division is not difficult in geography. The geography professors exclude the JNU or the DU. They are exceptions because the teachers are serious. In many of the Indian universities, the teachers rarely teach, but they give first division marks. Be careful, this 62% you have to do hard work at part to others. And there's one more boy who raised a hand. Yes, please.
60.25.
60, you are also first division. Improve your health first because you have to do hard work. So you see, my worry is not for 50%. My tension is for first divisioners of geography. You have to do very hard work. I am not saying you are not a serious student, you got high percentage because of the courtesy or mercy of the teachers, but in MA geography normally 4 questions are asked to be attempted in 3 hours. The pattern was 4 questions. You are a graduate, 5 questions it means. 5 questions in 3 hours. Here 18, 19 questions in 3 hours. This is the basic difference. You have to adjust your speed. You may be knowing, and you are fond of writing too many pages. Here only 1 page answer may be sufficient to secure 60% marks. So that adjustment is to be done. And you are in 3rd year, you are also 62%. So if you want to join geography, you have to be regular, number 1, and you have to do according to the instructions given by the teacher. I am very gentle, apparently. I don't look very harsh, but I am like a middle school headmaster. You have to do the work. If you want to join Pragati, you have to do work regularly because it is your practice which will make you perfect in geography. There is no other alternative. मेरे पास कोई चिराग अला दीन नहीं है कि मैं आपको छूमंतर करूंगा आप ज्योग्राफी सीख जाएंगे. It is by practice. The teacher will do his best and you have to cooperate. Your cooperation is required to do work regularly. And I believe you will be very good in geography. Because I was never a bad student of geography. I don't want to say about myself, but I would like to see you at least at part to a first divisioner of JNU or Delhi University. These are good universities in our country. I'm not saying about other universities. So please, this is. Now if there is a query or question, you can raise your point. I would like to react. Any question or query, you are free. Try to become a friendly like a family member. We are not having a big gathering of 2000 students or 100 students. Our batch is generally a small batch, 50 students, maybe around 50. Less than 50 is also possible. I don't know how many students got registered. But you are free. You can ask any question about geography and how to prepare this for this competition.
Sir,
Yes, please.
how to look forward for the current affair questions of the geography?
Actually, so far as the first paper is concerned, that is principles of geography. In that there is hardly any current event. So 250 marks are safe. You have to know the basic concepts of geography because in that the current events will not be coming. And if you write current events in the first paper, perhaps you are committing a mistake. Suppose there is a question on the plate tectonics. This is a topic. You are familiar, geography students are more familiar. This phase, so if you are adding the latest in the first paper, because it appeared somewhere in a magazine or in a newspaper or in a current event journal, I think that is not a wise step to induct the latest in the first paper. Because you are giving the latest and your examiners are not familiar with that. Because the paper setter has to submit a model answer also. ये अंदर की बात है. If I am a paper setter of UPSC, I will be giving the solved answer of each question. Setting the UPSC paper is a very time consuming exercise and very difficult exercise. because the syllabus is very lengthy. You have to pick up the questions, frame the language, and give the answer also. These answers are discussed before the evaluation is started. This is one-day seminar on the model answers. They will be discussed, and since there is some enmity and people are not happy with each other, they will try to find some fault in all the model answers. They try to do the leg pulling, that he is a junior, he became the head examiner. This feeling is always in the mind of senior professors. So the model answers are actually finalized after the seminar. And if you are giving some knowledge which the professor is not knowing, which is not in the model answer also, it means he may cut your answer. पता नहीं क्या लिख दिया इसने, ये तो मैंने पढ़ा नहीं, ये तो मैं जानता भी नहीं. You are trying to teach him the latest knowledge. In the first paper I am saying, if you are trying to teach new knowledge to the बूढ़ा professor, senile सठिया हुए professor, he will react. ये पता नहीं क्या लिखता है, cut it. मोटी मोटी बातें, बेसिक कंसेप्ट फर्स्ट पेपर के आपको लिखने चाहिए. नेवर बी वेरी इनोवेटिव, नेवर वेरी लेटेस्ट in giving the answer of the first paper. So far as the geography of India is concerned, there is a scope of current events, contemporary events, that we can add on the basis of our general knowledge, latest literature available in the market, or what the teacher will be teaching you. That is the way. Only one or two questions will be like this. Not all the question. If there is a question on the mechanism of Indian monsoon, the question will be either on the classical theories or the contemporary theories. Where is the scope so far as the monsoon is concerned? No new thing will be coming. If there is a question on the structure of India, the structure means rocks history. What is the history of rocks of Indian subcontinent? You have to describe what D.N. Wadia has given. The rocks, their chronological order, which is the oldest rock, Archean rocks. Next to Archean rocks is the Dharwadian. Next to Dharwadian is Kadapa rocks. Next comes the Vindhyan rocks. Then is the Gondwana rocks. Then Cretaceous period or the lava plateau. Then comes the Tertiary period, Himalayas, and the Pleistocene period of the northern plains of India. This is the history of rocks. That is to be written. There is no chance of adding new things in these areas. If there is a question on the green revolution or the modern pattern of industries or urbanization or new cities, etc., there is some scope. So don't be very nervous about that area. In the contemporary issue, the teacher will be taking care of all these topics. Interlinking of rivers, for example. There are some topics, urbanization, latest or regional planning. There are some topics in which the teacher himself will be helping you. So that is not a problem. Never try to give the conclusion in your answer. There is nothing which you can conclude. If you are writing the tropical cyclone or temperate cyclone, where is the conclusion? In geography, we try to correlate any physical phenomena with society. In the ending part, the answer should show what is the effect of this on society, human beings, social groups. That is it. But some of you go for the beautiful start, good introduction of your answer, flowery English, and you give the conclusion also. If there is a question on the air masses, what is the conclusion? If there is a question on inversion of temperature, where is the actually conclusion? So never be guided in this way. Some raw hands, I feel, who are not the men of geography, they advise. Give a very impressive introduction. बिल्कुल एग्जामिनर मुग्ध हो जाए, क्या सेंटेंस लिखा है, क्या ब्यूटीफुल इंग्लिश लिखता है. I am telling you, the language of geography is a scientific language. What is a scientific language? The reader should get the same meaning what you are trying to say. The examiner should get the same meaning what you want to express. That is a scientific language. H2O, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. डायरेक्ट सिंपल लैंग्वेज लिखिए, बिकॉज इफ यू आर राइटिंग द पोएटिक लैंग्वेज, पोएट्री की लैंग्वेज कुछ और होती है, वो कविता होती है. लिटरेचर एंड हिस्ट्री, इन लिटरेचर एंड हिस्ट्री यू मे गो फॉर द लिटरेरी इंग्लिश, फ्लावरी इंग्लिश. चौदहवीं का चांद हो या आफ्ताब हो, हर आदमी यही कहता है, अपने दोस्त को यही कहता है, ये पोएट है. ये हर आदमी कवि बना रहता है, कवि बन के सोचता है मेरे महबूब में क्या नहीं, वो तो यही कहेगा. ये जो चौदहवीं का चांद है हमारे यहां, जिसको आप चौदहवीं का चांद कह रहे हैं, जो रियलिटी है उसमें बहुत सारे क्रेटर्स हैं. ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ द मून देयर आर क्रेटर्स, और बहुत बड़ी बड़ी चेचक निकली हुई है. उससे ज्यादा भद्दा चेहरा किसी का नहीं है, जिसको कवि चौदहवीं का चांद कहता है. हमारे यहां वो वेरी अगली फेस कैरेक्टराइज विद क्रेटर्स एंड वॉल्केनिक फॉर्मेशंस. तो कितना बड़ा फर्क हो गया. अगर आप पोएटिक लैंग्वेज लिखेंगे, यू आर इन्वाइटिंग ट्रबल फॉर योर सेल्फ. बी डायरेक्ट, बिकॉज द टाइम इज नॉट मच. There are 18 questions to be attempted in 180 minutes. On an average 10 minutes per question. There may be some lengthy question which may consume more than 20 minutes. So this is a methodology which I will be teaching you, not today, after today. I mean Tuesday onwards. How to reduce too much of knowledge into small paragraph or small points. That is required. So far as the addition of the contemporary issues is concerned, second paper will get some questions like interlinking of rivers, environmental degradation, air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, all these are correct. But the teacher is committed to teach you what should be added in those areas. That will take care of myself. That is not your concern. That is the concern of the teacher. Because teacher knows what is good, what is bad. We know which unit should be given more weightage, which unit should be given less weightage. All these are in my mind because I have enough experience of this. So don't worry for the contemporary issues or electronic cities or the what is that, world class cities. These may be some topics which I will cover. Do you know the difference between a mega city and a world class city? Often we read our leaders say, हम दिल्ली को वर्ल्ड क्लास सिटी बना देंगे. ये नेता कहते रहते हैं. शीला दीक्षित ने भी कहा था दिल्ली को मैं वर्ल्ड क्लास सिटी बनाने जा रही हूं. बन गया. कैसी लाइफ आपकी मिजरेबल है, आपकी हमारी सबकी. क्लास में पहुंचना मुश्किल हो जाता है. कभी कभी ये बरसात होती है, क्लास से घर जाना मुश्किल हो जाता है. ये वर्ल्ड क्लास सिटी है. बट वर्ल्ड क्लास सिटी इज ए कंसेप्ट which I will be teaching you. In the urban geography, it may be in the first paper also, though it is not as such in your course. Mega city is there, conurbation is there. These are the topics in your course. But the paper setter has the liberty to ask you world city or world class city. If what is a world class city, then the teacher will explain and it becomes very easy for you. So this was one very good question, how to attempt a question if some contemporary or current issues are added or suffix or prefix in the question. The teacher will be helping you, don't worry, that is not a problem. Any other question please? Yes. Because so far as the book is concerned, today I am saying don't purchase so many books. Lesser the better. जिनको फेल होना है 5-6 किताबें खरीद ले. जिनको पास होना है वो कम किताबें खरीदें. कोई एक किताब लीजिए, कोई एक. एंड द बुक शुड बी विच यू फॉलो. किताब वो खरीदिए जो पढ़ के आपकी समझ में आए, वो ना खरीदिए जो सर के ऊपर से निकल जाए. ये बहुत जरूरी है क्योंकि आपको छोटे छोटे आंसर देने हैं. थोड़ा भी रेलेवेंट पॉइंट लिखेंगे आपको नंबर मिल जाएंगे. ज्यादा लिखना ही नहीं है. 10 क्वेश्चन तो ऐसे हैं उसमें आपको 150 वर्ड्स कहते हैं, 150 वर्ड्स में फिनिश कर दीजिए आप इसको. कंपैरिजन ऑफ ट्रॉपिकल एंड टेम्परेट साइक्लोन आया था, मैं एक दिन बोलूंगा ट्रॉपिकल साइक्लोन पे, एक दिन बोलूंगा टेम्परेट साइक्लोन पे। अब 2.5 घंटे जब 5 घंटे बोला, उसको आपको लिखना है 7 मिनट में। अब आप सोचिए कैसे लिखना होगा, वो तो टीचर बताएगा। दैट्स वाई ट्राई टू परचेज ओनली वन बुक विच यू फील इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड। अभी मैंने बताया था एनसीईआरटी आपकी टेबल पे होनी चाहिए। लास्ट के कुछ वर्षों के पेपर, कम से कम लास्ट 10 इयर्स के पेपर्स आपकी टेबल पे अनसॉल्व होने चाहिए। नॉट सॉल्व पेपर, अनसॉल्व पेपर। और एक एटलस होनी चाहिए, ऑक्सफोर्ड एटलस, विच मे बी कॉस्टिंग अबाउट 200-300 रुपीज। नेवर गो फॉर ए बल्कि एटलस। ये 2-3 चीजें आप लेकर के अपनी टेबल पे रखिए और मेरे साथ जुड़िए। देखिए कैसे उद्धार नहीं होता, कैसे हम अपना टारगेट अचीव नहीं करते। ये जरूरी है कि फिलहाल इसे लीजिए, चूंकि जो किताब मुश्किल होती है, तब विडंबना क्या है, प्रॉब्लम क्या है, यू फील दिस इज ए स्टैंडर्ड बुक, द बुक विच इज डिफिकल्ट इन लैंग्वेज एंड विच यू डोंट फॉलो, यू से दिस इज ए स्टैंडर्ड बुक। अरे साहब क्या लिखा है, पढ़ते हैं तो समझ में ही नहीं आता। दिस इज अ बुक नेचर ऑफ ज्योग्राफी। In your first paper, this is a unit, Perspectives in Human Geography, 6th unit of your first paper. That is actually geographical thought. All professors of JNU, and there is a witness here, they recommend this book. Am I correct or not? And my experience is, I read this book 14 times. I am not joking. I read Hartshorne 14 times. Still there are many paragraphs which I am not able to understand. So one professor who used to be teaching this paper in JNU, at that time I was heading the department of Kashmir University. He came to conduct some PhD viva from JNU. I inquired which book you are recommending for the geographical thought to your students of MA, MSc geography. He said Hartshorne. Hartshorne means nature of geography. I said, do you think that students will be following it? He said, I know they will not be following. He admitted. He confessed, I know they will not be following this book. But why you are recommending this? He said, the book I am consulting for my lectures, I don't want to reveal that book. I recommend a different book, but I am consulting for my lectures another book. Have you heard the name of Professor A. Ahmed? Ejazuddin Ahmed? I am tagging him. He said, I recommend this book. Anyway, it is too difficult, it is too much if you are recommending this book. Because this is written by an American and they take many things for granted कि इतना तो आता ही होगा. Build up the story about that. So any book which you understand easily should be your base book. Don't go by any suggestion. That should be your choice. My suggestion is NCERT should be on your table. Last few years paper should be on your table and Oxford Atlas. No other atlas. I know because Oxford Atlas is standard in Dholpur House. That covers almost all the entries which will be asked in the examination. And if there is any doubt anywhere, the UPSC people go for the Oxford Atlas. They have taken it as the standard. Today this much is actually the recommendation. From time to time I will be guiding you which book you should consult. जो प्रॉब्लम ये है कि एक्चुअली द टीचर्स इन द यूनिवर्सिटीज दे रिकमेंड द डिफिकल्ट जस्ट टू सेव देयर स्किन, और लेक्चर भी आप वही अच्छा कहते हैं जिसकी इंग्लिश समझ में ना आए. क्या बोलते हैं सर के ऊपर से जाता है. व्हाट ए ब्यूटीफुल, व्हाट ए कमांडिंग प्रोफेसर ही इज। जब बोलता है तो फूल से झड़ते हैं और सर के ऊपर से लेक्चर जाता है, वाह वाह कहते हैं। जब बाहर निकलते हैं तो क्या पढ़ाया था कुछ समझ में नहीं आता। जो लेक्चर समझ में आता है उसको कहते हैं भाई ये तो हमको भी आता है। लेकिन ये बताऊं, आपको वही आना चाहिए जो आपको लिख के आना है। डोंट बी एक्चुअली misguided by the very impressive lectures of somebody who has framed the language of book. They are not the good lectures. Good lecture means the teacher is saying you something and you are getting the idea. That is a good lecture. लेकिन उस लेक्चर के बारे में आप ये सोचते हैं ये तो हमको भी आता है, ये क्या हुआ, ये कोई बात ही नहीं। इट इज सो सिंपल। Geography is very simple if the teacher is competent, if the faculty is competent, and it is very difficult if the teacher is dictating some sentences from some very standard books. वो सर के बुक से निकल जाएगा। So at this time I am advising try to purchase less number of books, attend some classes, and then from time to time I will be guiding you. For physical geography, the most popular book is Sevinder Singh, a very good book, and contains a lot of factual information. But now the pattern has changed of the examination. The examiner is not asking very lengthy question. If there is a short note on tsunami, you should have to finish it in 7 minutes. If any author has written 20 pages on tsunami, you will be wasting your time. For a tsunami, what is a tsunami? Japanese word. And what are the causes of tsunami? Why do they occur? Give the reason. If there is a high magnitude earthquake, that may result into a tsunami. All earthquakes are not resulting into tsunami, but some earthquakes may lead to the occurrence of a tsunami. This point is to be. Then give the geographical distribution of tsunami. Most of the tsunamis occur in the Pacific Ocean, but it does not mean they are not occurring in the Indian Ocean or the Atlantic Ocean. Right? What the contemporary governments are doing to overcome the problem of tsunami? They have installed some devices around the Pacific Ocean to make a reliable prediction. Though reliable prediction about the earthquake is not possible, but there are some devices the oceanographers have located along the coast of Pacific Ocean. They can make a prediction for about 4 or 5 hours so that the people may become alert and may get some shelter or refuge away from the coastal areas. In this way, without reading too much, with a map showing the distribution of tsunami in the world, you can give and cite 1 or 2 examples. The tsunami of 2004 or Phuket tsunami, which occurred because of the earthquake in the northern part of Sumatra. There was a tsunami in 2004. And it occurred on 26th of December. All the Europeans, Australians, they were enjoying life on the sand of Phuket Island. There is an island of Thailand, Phuket. So these people were getting vitamin D on the sea beaches. It occurred in the daytime. The people were, all sea beaches were full, just to get relaxed, more vitamin D. If you observe the skin of any white, the skins are spotted skins. They are deficient in vitamin D. हम लोगों की स्किन ज़्यादा अच्छी है. हम काला गोरे की बात करते हैं. This gora's skin is very spotted and more spotted because they are not fond of taking bath. ये नहाते नहीं हैं. They actually use so much of perfume while going out. नहाते हैं नहीं, परफ्यूम बहुत छिड़कते हैं. कंजम्पशन परफ्यूम का इन कंट्रीज में बहुत है, जस्ट टू कंसील देयर बैड स्मेल. कपड़ों में खुशबू आती है सबके, लड़कियों के कुछ ज्यादा ही आती है. But really, the skin is spotted. They are deficient in vitamin D, so they take rest on the sand. They were taking rest, and they were in a very vulgar mood. Obscenity is very high among the Western society. That is coming to our generation also. So they were in a relaxed mood. Perhaps nature was not happy with this situation. आई और 2 लाख को पैराडाइज में पहुंचा दिया इन 30 सेकेंड्स। 30 सेकेंड्स में 2 लाख को मार देना भी इजी जॉब नहीं है। सुनामी आई, 2 लाख को स्वर्गवास करा दिया। चलो वहां चलो, वहां लेना, टेक विटामिन डी। सो वन एग्जाम्पल लाइक दिस यू कैन कोट 204 that you can remember. Another, if you remember the Tohoku earthquake or Tohoku tsunami of 2013 in Japan, east of Tokyo, that example you can give very easily। तो आसान हो गया। इससे किताब पढ़िए ना पढ़िए, क्लास का लेक्चर सुनिए, उसके 10 पॉइंट लिख लीजिए, आपका आंसर हो जाता है। इसी तरह ज्योग्राफी इज नॉट ए डिफिकल्ट, इट इज ए वेरी इजी सब्जेक्ट प्रोवाइडेड द फैकल्टी इज ए कॉम्पिटेंट फैकल्टी। मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूं कि मैं कॉम्पिटेंट हूं, आई एम ऑल्सो ए स्टूडेंट ऑफ ज्योग्राफी बिकॉज ऑल द प्रोफेसर्स हैव स्पेशलाइज्ड नॉलेज। In MA final, they pick up a special paper. If they are going for research, they will do research in that paper, and they will be knowing more and more about his area of specialization. The weakness of the professors, the universities, they know more and more about less and less. मैं एक प्रोफेसर से मिला हरियाणा के, मैंने कहा भाई क्या पढ़ाते हो? एग्रीकल्चर ज्योग्राफी। ठीक है, एग्रीकल्चर में क्या पढ़ाते हो? कि एक्चुअली मैं पीएचडी, मैं तो दूध दही का प्रोफेसर हूं, डेयरी फार्मिंग पढ़ाता हूं। माय पीएचडी थीसिस इज ऑन डेयरी फार्मिंग। फाइन, सो ही नोज सो मच अबाउट डेयरी फार्मिंग इन हरियाणा and agriculture and agricultural geography of Haryana or India is very thorough. But if you ask him about geomorphology, he says, this is not my area. For the last 36 years, I am teaching only agricultural geography. Another professor from Chandigarh may be saying, I am teaching population geography for the last 36 years. If he is teaching a population for the last 36 years, he is ignoring the other areas. Some person may claim, I am an expert of urban geography, urban morphology. A professor may be going for geomorphology. So for 36 years, each professor teaches only his area of specialization and ignores the other areas. Because basically, all of us are lethargic people. We want to remain confined to our area. In the timetable, there is no chance of change. अगर कहें भाई दूसरा पेपर पढ़ा दिए, no, you want to victimize me? I am not going to change. It means I have to prepare new notes. So for 36 years, each professor is teaching only his paper. But in UPSC, the first paper contains so many papers. Geomorphology, which is a 100 marks paper in MA Geography. Climatology and oceanography, another 100 marks. Environmental geography and biogeography, another 100 marks. Then geographical thought is full 100 marks. Regional planning, 100 marks. Settlement and urban geography, 100 marks. Then models and theories, that is a new unit. So the first paper itself contains near about 8 papers. That is your one paper, 250 marks. So teaching to the students of IES, and I know the IQ of the students, especially those who are coming with science background or with engineering background or medicine background, is high. It is not a joke. To provide them knowledge on all topics. Many of the university professors came and left after delivering one lecture that the students are having a very high IQ and they can put me in a very embarrassing position. In the coaching center, the teacher is not having any internal assessment. You people pay and you expect that you will be duly rewarded for the money you are spending. So it is not a light thing. It is a serious business. In the university, generally teacher rarely teach. And if some serious student like you approach the teacher, sir बहुत दिनों से class नहीं होगा, do you know what the reaction will be? सर बहुत दिनों से क्लास नहीं लिया, पास होना है या नहीं? Because the internal assessment, the practicals are in the hand of these professors. But in this coaching center or any coaching center, it is a very serious business. If the teacher is a serious teacher, and if he is teaching some area and ignoring the other area, again there will be a problem. If you see the content of the first paper, it has 10 units. I am sure you might have gone through the syllabus. 10 units, 5 units are on physical geography, 5 units on human geography. Next time I will start with what is the difference between physical geography and human geography. The first starting point on Tuesday will be from this. What is the difference between physical geography and human geography? The first paper consists of both. You have to cover the whole physical geography and the whole human geography. But the distribution of mass is 125 from physical geography, 125 from human geography. If you are very strong in physical geography, fine. Your rival may be slightly inferior. But if he is superior in human geography and you are weak because you have not been taught geographical thought, etc., he will beat you there. If you are good in physical, your rival is also slightly inferior, you can say. But if he is too much superior in human geography, he will beat you easily. Because it is a weightage 125 marks from physical geography, 125 marks from human geography. So that is actually the approach to be adopted. Never read too much. And if you want to read for your PT examination. Because clearing the PT is a problem. Mains is not a problem, at least for me. My students secure more than 55% marks in geography optional. Some students who secured more than 60% unfortunately got very poor marks in the second paper, compulsory paper, that was I think international relations, etc. for Indian constitution and polity. So got very poor marks in the second paper, in 60s out of 250, and in ethics also. Those students got very poor marks. The total was not enough, though in geography the percentage was 62%, more than 300 marks in geography, but they were pushed down by the compulsory papers. So, while advising you, one thing is devote more time for your PT. PT is very dicey. Nobody can be 100% confident I will be through. Never take this Chhatni Pariksha prelim non-seriously. That is a serious examination. Once you clear the first hurdle, geography leave to the teacher. But you have to cooperate. You attend the classes regularly and do the assignments which I will be giving to you regularly every day. This is from my side. If there is any point in your mind, you can frankly ask me, because we work like a family. There is a very direct interaction between teacher and the students or the candidates. We meet every day. If you are facing any problem, you are free to meet me or convey to the director or ask in the class. I will try to repeat. You are free to ask the question. With this, I assume that you will be comfortable in geography, in Pragati. Rest is up to you. No compulsion, because small is beautiful. Lesser the number of students, more will be direct interaction between the teacher and the tutor. Yes, please. Any more question if you are interested in?
प्रीलिम्स के लिए ज्योग्राफी और मेंस के ज्योग्राफी कैसे स्ट्रेटेजाइज करना चाहिए प्रीलिम्स के लिए?
भाई मैं उसका तो जीएस तो पढ़ाता नहीं हूँ, मैं ज्योग्राफी पढ़ाता हूँ. लेकिन जो क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं, मोस्ट geography questions are coming from the geography of India. like the rivers of India, drainage pattern of India. There may be some questions on industries, thermal power plants, nuclear power plants. वो हम पढ़ाएंगे, आपके clear हो जाएंगे. But you have to read carefully ecology and environment. And there should be at least one base book on your table on ecology and environment. Not only the biodiversity conservation, what are the conventions, what are the biosphere reserves, national parks, sanctuaries, different agreements at the international level. They should be at your tips. And what are the actually biodiversity conservation laws of the government of India? This area should be strengthened. Each biosphere reserve of India has its own peculiarities, its speciality. What are the salient features of all these biosphere reserves? You know, there are 18 biosphere reserves. On one page, note down the salient features of each one of them. One question will be coming from that area. Another for geography, main rivers and the tributaries of the rivers. If there is Narmada river, which are the right-hand tributaries, which are the left-hand tributaries? If there is Mahanadi or Godavari rivers, which are the right-hand tributaries, which are the left-hand? Because nobody is going to ask you the question on Brahmaputra, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Narmada, Tapi or Chambal river. They will not be in the PTA examination. Their tributaries, sometimes tributaries of the tributaries are asked. So prepare a table. I will be telling you how to attempt this question. If you are attempting such geography questions correctly, you will beat others. The strategy I will be suggesting day by day, not actually, that is not my area, but since for you PT is very important. Unless you clear the first hurdle, you will not be allowed to go for the main examination. So clearing the first hurdle is very important. For that I have a special package or program. Every day I discuss some questions with you with a map. Exercise. If you do these two things regularly, you will be good in geography questions. While discussing these questions it will not be only about geography. There will be many questions on the ecology and environment and disaster management. The first 15 minutes I devote every day to map question and plus PT questions. If you are in time and doing this exercise regularly, at least geography and ecology questions will be okay. And if out of 25 you are doing about 20 correct answer, nobody can stop you for clearing the first hurdle for the PT examination. Any more question, please? You are free to ask anything. I will be. Pardon? When we meet on Tuesday, then I will be talking how to go for it, and you will get one exercise also on map question. Map question is a compulsory question in the second paper, Geography of India. But map question helps you in the PT examination also. That is an added advantage. If some questions are coming in the PT, they will be based on map. So map question will start from Tuesday. And one thing I can tell you, on the basis of my experience as a student of geography or teacher of geography, that map question cannot be mastered in 7 days or 15 days. It needs a regular practice. And in the map question, the MA geography and non-geography are at par to each other. You may be MA geography, you may not be MA geography. You may be purely engineer, because after high school, map question is never asked. In your BA or MA, there is no map question. So, only those will be excelling or doing well who do the map exercise regularly. Sometimes important mountains of India, important peaks of India, important ranges of India, important rivers of India, important tributaries of India, important passes of India, important glaciers of India. Like this, one by one we will handle this issue right from the first day. It is not only 15 days. All the exercise will be done in about 40 maps. If you fill up these 40 maps, I'm sure you will be very confident about the mains question, compulsory question, 25 marks, and you will be doing the you will be giving the correct answer in the PT also, because my knowledge, and which is first hand knowledge, says out of 25 math question you may get 24, and if you are weak you may be getting 5 marks, 4 marks out of 25. So one candidate is getting 24, another is getting 4. What will be the difference? The difference of 19-20 marks out of 25. If the difference is 20 marks out of 25, this boy cannot be beaten. Who is securing high in math, he will excel, because if he is good in math, the other answer will also be at par, almost at par. But he has taken the lead in the math question. And second point about the math, which I want to share with you, and I will be repeating it on Tuesday also. When the evaluation of the answer books is done in the second paper, every examiner opens your math first. You may conceal it in the end, in the middle, after 2 questions or anywhere. You stick it anywhere. The examiner will open your map. And if you are getting good marks in math, in the eyes of that Budha professor, you are a good student of geography, because he secured 20 marks, 22 marks out of 25. The first impression he gathers is, oh, he is good in geography. And if this idea come in the mind of this senile professor, he is good or she is good, you will be getting at least 1 mark more in all the remaining 17 questions. And 17 marks means a lot of difference. Even 1 mark difference is significant in this competition. There is cutthroat competition. So if you are getting 17 marks more, definitely you will be a yes. I will be teaching you all the tricks of the trade, how to master this question, how to secure minimum 20 marks out of 25. My target is 20 out of 25. Others, I know there are many students who join me in test series. The test series was over only on 15th, I think, of this month. I know the students who join me from other very prestigious coaching centers, they secure less than 5 marks in math. And if they are securing less than 5 marks in the second paper, Geography of India, in the math question, they cannot beat any student who is securing 20 marks. It is so simple. So mastery of this question is required, and for that I already advise you, please purchase Oxford Atlas. That will be sufficient. Don't go for a bulky atlas or expensive atlas. That is not useful. Our purpose will be served. चूँकि सस्ता भी हो, बढ़िया भी हो, ये फार्मूला हमारा होना चाहिए. ज़्यादा किताबें ना हो. हाँ, अगर आप दूसरों को डराना चाहिए तो आप सजा दीजिए सारी किताबें खरीद के. जो भी आपका दोस्त आएगा, he will be impressed. Oh, you got this latest. You got Oceanography by T. Garrison. ये तो रेयर बुक है. Well, लेकिन that is useless. Because your answer will be only 150 words, 250 words, 350 words. वो हम क्लास में पढ़ाएंगे, उसी को रिप्रोड्यूस कर दीजिए. मैं ये तो नहीं कह रहा कि वही मॉडल आंसर होगा, लेकिन जो मैं पढ़ाऊंगा वो मॉडल आंसर ही की तरह का होगा. इफ यू कीप एन आई एंड अटेंड द क्लासेस रेगुलरली, विल नॉट फेस एनी प्रॉब्लम. प्रचार बहुत हो चुका है. क्वेश्चन अगर अब भी किसी का आपका है तो वो मुझसे पूछ लीजिए. बंधन कुछ नहीं, आपकी मर्जी है, चाहे जहां ज्वाइन करें. बट आई नो दोज हु विल बी ज्वाइनिंग विद मी, they will be having the due reward of their payment. And if there is a rumor in the market that Majid Husain is only an author, this is baseless. वो मेरा साइड हॉबी है. मैं किताबें लिखता हूँ, कुछ किताब हो सकता है आपने भी देखी हो. और सेकेंडली के his assistants teach, that is also a rumor. Because meet any senior student. In this class, there is not even a single senior student per chance. But on Tuesday, there will be some student. They will bear me out that only Majid Husain teaches here. सिर्फ मैं ही पढ़ाता हूँ. All 20 units I cover, and I cover in the given time. Now, it is up to you to take a decision. In case you are going to join Pragati, please get yourself registered, number 1, and submit a photograph also. क्योंकि आपका रिजल्ट आएगा, हमें पता है, हमें फोटो की तलाश होगी. आपने फोटो बांट रखे होंगे दोस्तों को, लेकिन हम भी एक फोटो चाहते हैं. दैट विल बी आवर एक्चुअली रिक्वायरमेंट एंड दैट विल बी केप्ट वेरी सीक्रेटली एंड कॉन्फिडेंशियली. वो उसका मिसयूज नहीं होगा, आप ये कर सकते हैं. सो फील रिलैक्स वाइल गोइंग फॉर दिस कंपटीशन. अपनी हेल्थ ठीक रखिए, मॉर्निंग वॉक कीजिए जो आप करते नहीं, इवनिंग में टहलिए, और कुछ नहीं कर सकते तो कुछ योगा कीजिए, एक्सरसाइज कीजिए, और वो भी नहीं कर सकते, क्रैक सम जोक्स या म्यूजिक सुनिए. इसको रेस्ट दीजिए, कंप्यूटर को रेस्ट दीजिए. ये भी नहीं कर सकते, गो टू सम सीरियस स्टूडेंट हु इज वेरी सीरियस, और उसका टाइम वेस्ट कीजिए. सी यू ऑन ट्यूजडे. ऑल द बेस्ट. थैंक यू वेरी मच. हो गया भाई? कितना हो गया? वेलकम. न्यू वाला